Hello and welcome to another turn of the False Pretenders. Joining me is Arpathius.
Hello, hello.
I was able to find him after the way the last one ended.
Disappeared.
He disappeared on me right when I needed him
Into
most
the void to fight
to do the
horrors.
outro. Okay, a lot fewer messages this turn. And I think probably doesn't look like quite as many battles. Okay. Where should we jump in? I'm looking, anybody's... We should have some fort battles here.
I would like to hear from TNN. I would like to see their message because a lot of stuff's going on with them.
That is true. All right. I think I'm in trouble here. Yes. Let's see if I can work out how to go on the defensive with TNN. Offensive exploration hasn't gone well so far. The assassinations have gone okay. That's true. They have assassinations that we are not going to be able to see.
No, and that is probably one of the things they can... They're probably one of the best tools against Ermor, I think, specifically.
Yep. Don't think I got the Bless right in the Tuatha. Probably needed more resistances, fewer stats, or maybe a heavier Bless overall. Yeah, they were missing resistances, which is tough. I
personally quite like taking more stats over resistances. Maybe it's come from listening to the All Stats.
It's not to say you've been listening to too much of the All Stats No Res podcast.
Maybe, yeah. But I think, if you had taken the resistances, he'd want more stats, and it's always like a hindsight thing with Bless, I think.
I think when you...
Well, the thing is, I don't think he's necessarily all in on the sacred business.
Right.
TNN, I think you have a lot of non-sacred stuff that's still pretty good. So,
yeah,
I don't know. It's hard to say.
It's tricky. Yeah, I think if you don't have all the resistances and you plan on bringing your sacreds out later in the game, you're going to need to be planning to cast the resistances.
And that could be where it's a bit harder for TNN because they struggle with casting some of those, like the fire.
The fire one's going to be a little tough. They have some water, but I think it's going to be difficult.
It's going to be hard to paint the battlefield with that. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's look at the people who are fighting them as well. Yomi. Looking at how things went this turn with TNN, I'm shifting towards looting him and letting the whole Vanheres Satis mess simmer for a while. Okay, so he's going to go in now with Dione and try and beat Marverni and Satis that way while he goes to try and... So he didn't say just raiding TNN, he said looting TNN, which would imply that TNN is dead or dying.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the exact definition of looting is, because I think it's used in different contexts, but I think it's interesting that he thinks that he could just leave the war he has on his southern border with two different nations. So he can just unilaterally downgrade that and then go and focus on this other front.
Yeah.
He's feeling very confident down there, I think.
Yeah. It is. It takes two people to end a war.
Like Satis isn't really going to be marching on him.
Sure.
And Marverni isn't really too far either.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, Marverni's so far away, and with Satis still there, he definitely has some time. So, okay, that's interesting. And then finally, in this zone, I guess Satis is in this zone too.
Yeah, we could just see all the messages.
Okay.
There's only a few.
Yeah, there's only a few. Vanheim outplayed me on the movement, and TC had a nice assassination I wasn't expecting. TC is who? Isn't TC's usually T and Chi? It must be TNN.
Yeah, they're doing assassinations as well. So
okay. The Vanheim bill is basically why Vanheim is banned in the 1v1 tournament. Okay. Other kinds of Diplo also went against me. All got birded. Airmore chose TNN instead of Vanheim. Anyways. We're getting the laundry list of problems. The unrest event was extremely unlucky. Agartha pillaging the land, inviting... So, I mean, Agartha pillaged the land, but he's never been in... Hinam's never really owned that province anyway. right? It's not
Yeah,
like
he's
he's
never
lost a whole
been
lot of
really in a
income from
position
that.
to deny that happening.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, I can understand him being annoyed that your
Yeah,
opponent
well,
just
yeah. I mean,
that.
I get it. Inviting the neighbors to fight me, then not fighting them at all is also annoying. Being in a diagonal war with 2 elves. Yeah. I mean, he's definitely had to deal with a lot. It is Gartha's position definitely made it tricky. Ran out of nice things to say. Tell us how you feel about elves instead. Um, okay, and he's gonna try and deal as much damage as he can to the elves, but now thinks he's losing. I've also got an enormous death basket to give when I eventually die. It will be to the strongest non-elf player. There's a lot of those
As
death baskets
a
going around.
as a fellow elf hater, I'm happy.
I mean, this is part of the problem I think we talked a little bit about last time, right? With he has lots of research, he has lots of gems, but he doesn't have the research to use them.
Well, not to use them as well as it could. I mean, he's
Well, yeah,
still doing. He's still forging a lot of stuff for his Melqarts, and
he is doing that.
he's doing a lot with what he has. But it would be a lot better if he had more.
Yep. And then Satis sees Marverni's troops with no mages. And I think we saw this army and there were 2 mages. None of them were going to Astral Duel. We'll see. Oh, we're patrolling the cat. We'll see if Marverni goes on the Satis cap. Do we see anything on
I don't see it.
Satis? No, I don't see it either. Shame.
I want to see that monument again, please.
Yes.
Gods helping out their people with valiant defenses have been a highlight in this game for me.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, so we've got some Yomi. Let's just go down the list here more. Let's just start with Yomi TNN. I see a lot of Yomi attacks. What is a Chinari?
That's just the base. That's a upgraded. Sorry.
It's got little horns.
It's basically the basic mage for Yomi. You can
It's
cast
the
a
ritual
6-gem spell to upgrade it once, and it gets a death path and a fire path. And you can
Okay.
cast it again, and then it turns into an actual demon with like a heat aura, has death 3 and fire 2. But its upkeep does double each time you do that, and it costs 18 gems to do the whole thing. But this is just halfway.
Okay.
Costs 6 gems.
I knew it could do that. I just didn't know what the name was.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is successful. The long dead horseman again being very successful.
I'm surprised there's still 22 of them. Like they don't heal them.
This is a big force from TNN raiding into 1 PD.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if that's an overcommitment or well, it depends where it was because maybe he's expecting maybe a Dione or something. Like it is north of his cap.
It is right north of his cap, so okay.
That's unfair.
Here's 30 more Tuatha raiding into 1 PD.
Yeah, so I would like to see him. I mean, this is like hindsight stuff, really, but I would like to see him sort of placing stuff in his own provinces to counter raids. Yeah, because Yomi seems to be getting a lot of these things for free.
Yomi raids. So far, everybody is just winning wherever they attack. Yep. This is a big force fighting 1 Marverni PD.
Well, Marverni does have a.
Ooh, here's a Dione. Here's a Dione with a Jade Sorceress.
Very nice.
Ooh, Crown of the Magi. That's an interesting one for a Dione, right? Boots the Messenger, Ring of Regen, and a Dancing Shield.
Especially this earlier, though his research is good, so.
I don't know what he can't use this nature gem. Maybe he's just having. I was gonna say he's holding it so this person can't use it. Because maybe she's gonna do regen or enlarge or something.
I think she's gonna do Moss Body.
Well, I think she's also. Definitely think she's gonna do Moss Body this time, but maybe for like a bigger battle, he's planning on giving her the gem. Although nice, painted it over there.
It's quite good though.
It's good.
In 5 guys. So I'm not too sure what he's planning on doing with this. Can we just look at the paths again? I'm not sure if he
He's got a lot of earth.
Is he empowered? Is he empowered here?
I need
Or
earth
is he just going
power.
to look at random?
It's probably
Because
looking random.
they come, yeah, they come base.
I doubt that he's empowered it. I mean, maybe,
That's
but that's a lot of
pretty
gems.
nice having both of those together, though, getting a Earth 4.
Yeah. So, earth power, then 2 horde of skeletons. Blessing resist lightning.
Yeah, he hasn't got any other gems that this guy can use either that we've seen. So,
No.
because I was thinking maybe it could be something like Earthquake.
I mean, he's up there for it. Although that would probably kill his little helper.
Wow, such is the life of the servants of demons.
Yeah. And then it's running in. So maybe, do you think the long dead are to help against somebody trying to counter it with like a holy scourge? Like let the long dead kill the counter raider?
I think this guy's going to change his script for when he thinks it's going to really run into something.
That is also possible. Okay, so Yomi versus TNN. So Yomi reclaimed...
Because that Dione was just near Pelagia, right? So it's very unlikely to run into something, I think. Yeah, there.
Yeah.
So
true. So Yomi's reclaimed a lot of his territory. This one got raided by the elves, and this one. But otherwise, he's got his... Oh, this one too, I guess.
TNN not getting any income from their raids while Yomi is, though.
Right. This one should track.
Oh, is there a
it's a pass.
Okay.
So he's getting these this one. But definitely not this one. Yomi's also on top of this
He
fort.
actually did destroy a temple there, though, with that deep raid he did.
Yes,
so,
he did. Did he?
Yeah, I think there was 3 in a...
Okay, it was 3 in a line. Yeah, I mean, that's really valuable then. And I think we did talk about how we weren't really defending these.
Yep. Oh, good job there, then.
But, yeah, that's a good hit. Knocking this... nice to knock off the enemy fort defense with just one... This was the little raid. But ultimately, I think this guy's going to get found out.
Well, he can stealth away, and he can...
Oh, I mean, yeah, but like I don't think he's going to be able to keep raiding. Like, I think if he keeps raiding this, he's eventually going to run into a party that's stronger than he is. Because I don't think this guy has a whole heck of a lot in the way of gear.
He was on a lab
Frostbrand. I wonder, when he was on the lab, I wonder if that was your opportunity to like send him home. Like Cloud Trippy's out.
He could just stealth out. I don't think he ever needs to.
Yeah. So like these raids with the Tuatha.
I think if you've got that much stuff, you want to be killing units,
right?
Rather than raiding.
I like one of the strengths of the elves, right? Is you can use these leaders to raid, and then you should be able to have your army sort of around to.
Especially as he has the stealth, so he should be able to pick the fights.
Yeah.
Whereas he can see where Yomi's stuff is.
Yeah. One of those is underwater.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough getting that back.
Yeah, tough to get that one back. Okay.
Should we watch the fort battle with Omar?
Yes. So Aramor has his giant ball of stuff. Again, like these fort archers, I know there aren't very many of them, but these guys are in range.
In pure numbers, I think the largest single army in the game right now.
I think so. This is not.
No.
A couple of little guys here, no gems. You do wonder, like the Banshee could have snuck out. And there's a She-Lord here with some gear.
A lot of this could have snuck out.
Yeah.
And I think should have, because it's just gonna die.
I would say a lot. It's the Banshee and the She-Lord, but...
Well, the stuff you really care about.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
No offense to any Furbolg out there, but...
Let's see if they can hit any of these
I think they
mages
have
here.
a chance. I'm getting body ethereal on some of them, so it's going to be harder, but...
Yeah. Wow, and it looks like they're not actually targeting them too much.
So, Will-O-Wisps.
There's Light of the Northern Star,
what?
Flaming Arrows, Will-O-Wisps.
I'm not too sure.
I'm kind of surprised this triggered
ethereal to go through the walls.
They're great distractors.
They are. I mean, I don't know how much
They make a lot more sense to me than fire elementals.
they do. That's true. I don't know how much he needs them.
Well, I don't know if he, oh, yeah, I don't know if he knew exactly what was in here. There's an air elemental. Probably going to be dealing a lot of damage to himself here with these flaming missiles.
I agree. And the undead sort of getting caught again on the swingers.
Yes. Yeah, the undead not quite working out. I mean, obviously he wins
But
this.
he's gonna easily win, obviously.
He lost. Okay, and minimal
No
losses.
majors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Just the cost of the gems, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe this is a
Still
carefully
definitely.
calculated bait of gems, but I doubt it.
I think that's optimistic because of
Um.
the items on the thugs. I think that's definitely much more of a loss for TNN though.
Oh yeah. I
Even
mean,
even
yes.
in terms of army losses.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, that was an absolute L for TNN.
And I am feeling quite worried about TNN.
I am also feeling quite worried about TNN. And like this one. Okay, so now we've got this guy went through the lake with this ring of water breathing so he could far raid, and then the lake got sniped out behind him.
You just can't catch a break sometimes.
Sometimes you can't catch a break. Although this is I don't know, when you're being attacked by so many players, I don't think that you can send somebody over here like this.
I mean, he has to do something though, right?
He has to do
He's
something.
like a lot of gems.
Yeah.
He has to kill stuff. He's not going to win a raiding war
No.
against everything that's stacked against him.
I also would not. They have the best. So let's.
I kind of feel like he needs to doomstack, and the easiest one to doomstack is against Omor because it's all together.
Yeah.
He has
You got to take fight.
like,
He has to take some kind of a fight.
Yeah.
I don't think Airmore is at Mind Hunt yet, but I don't think it'd be impossible for him to be. And that would certainly make this a very scary position to be standing in.
Yeah, it's going to be really rough. I think he's just kind of dying to 1,000 cuts.
Yeah. So I will say
Also, like Omor is on his northern border as well now. So.
Oh, Yomi is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Airmore is just cruising through with this big stack. I've not played EA Airmore. It would have been nice if he could have done a little bit of raiding.
I think he. I don't know if he has how many commanders he has there, like how many centurions, but like a couple of squads of 20.
4. Yeah, probably just needed a couple
and
a mounted commander.
He probably needs a couple more to be able to do that. But yeah, that would have been really nice.
Help sort of screen this. Okay, so yeah, Yomi closes in from the north and the south.
Yeah, he's decided his best retreat route with that army is through the enemy.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be really good because he's going to lock down that fort.
Yeah,
I think we're going to be in a situation where TNN is kind of running out of forts where they can really produce stuff pretty soon.
Yes, I think that is the case. TNN's got to get his stuff back if he's going to fight this. Because the way everybody's scattered right now, he might just be able to wander right onto the cap.
Yeah, he's in danger of getting defeated in detail as well.
Yep. Now up here, he has all these mage options. We haven't seen any of these yet, and I don't see any in this fort. Do we see them anywhere? Because like these are great mages.
Yeah, you really want to get that fire.
This guy could do a lot of work. I mean, TNN doesn't really have access to fire or astral.
No, but both of those have astral. But yeah, the astral would be really useful as well. Especially if Omor does get Mind Hunt, actually. The astral too.
Yep, goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
And you're probably you're gonna need to cast magic resistance. Potentially. If Airmore changes up his tactics, depending on where he's at for research.
Yeah, and astral is actually quite good against Yomi. As if they're just using like thugs or SCs. Really good to have that threat vector as well.
That's true. But yeah, I don't see any.
No, and that's worrying.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he's not
Seems
been
pretty
producing them.
quiet on the TNN Hinnom front.
Yes.
I don't
Perfectly
know
quiet.
how much we can read into that, but yeah.
All right, yeah, I think TNN's in a tough spot here. They need to. I think they need to draw their forces home. The big army. They need to take a fight here. You know, you can keep doing some light border raiding, but I don't think you want to do deep raiding. Now, maybe this wasn't as deep before you lost this, but still. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, he's just getting pushed back, and I'm quite worried.
Yep. Okay. Tough for TNN. Let's check out. So we got Airmore and TNN there, and I think we got all the Yomi fights.
We can't count him out yet though, because he does have all that
Oh, no.
research, and we know he has a lot of stuff.
Right, he's definitely not dead. He could win
No.
if he brings all his stuff together. Depending on his reach, he could definitely win fights. He just has to take the fights.
Yeah.
So that's you got to figure that part out.
Okay, should we Vanheim Hinnom?
Yep,
I'm seeing
Vanheim,
quite a few
Hinnom.
fights of that.
All right, and again, I'm gonna hit these buttons because there might be Melqarts somewhere. Okay, here we got
But this is
a
looking
good
interesting.
counter defense. Air and earth. Probably
Okay,
he's doing strength of giants on the PD,
3 mages.
and then lightning bolts.
And this is one of
Legions of
Vanheim's
Steel.
seven Vanheres and
Yeah, one of their little ones.
Well, I think Hinnom wins this.
I think they definitely could. Yeah, there goes one. Yeah, I mean, there's not enough. I don't know if there's critical mass here, but look at them kill stuff.
I know,
And like
but
the militia are so bad. But yeah, the lightning bolt's gonna be big.
they're doing stuff.
They're taking damage.
Blood Bond, once you see a couple of them go down, it's
That's true. Tend to lose more. Yeah, there they go. Looks like the Van Jarl made it off though. Okay, it's a good defense.
It did, but I think you're really happy with that, Sinham.
Yep. Yeah.
Lost
Picked off 7 of them.
I lost 3 gems to kill.
This is 1 cast, so that's like 3, and you spent gems. He spent at least 2, maybe 3 earth gems.
Okay.
He really needs Conjuration 3 to make it so you don't have to pay
he really
gems for
does
those
see the
things.
summon earth power, definitely, yeah.
Oh.
Here we go.
Now,
So
here we go.
3.
4 Melqarts.
Which is what he tested earlier.
Yes.
I don't know why that one is out the front. Snakeskin Bladder is...
2 Snake Bladder sticks, a
Do-
Drag
do-
Helmet.
2, do they both? Does that just double your number of poison cloud
I
binding?
don't know, but these guys are not ambidextrous. So it's definitely going to hit his attack.
Well, the attack doesn't matter with Snakeskin Bladder, so...
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, because it's just AoE. Okay. So that guy is the Astral with that.
His defense might matter though, but...
Yeah. Nature Gems.
Well, should we see what this is up against? Because
Oh, yeah.
maybe it's just PD.
It's not just
Here we
PD.
go. Okay.
It is not just PD. And we didn't spoil
Right,
it, so I
that's
don't
the
know who wins
popcorn
here.
out.
Frostbrand and a Sword of Sharpness, some more gear. An Earth Gem. Mangosh, Sword of Sharpness. Okay, similar kits. This guy's got a horned helmet. Okay. So, very scary stuff from Hinnom versus a huge pile of Einherjar with mage support.
So we've got the Prophet.
Got the Prophet. Here, wait, let's do it this way. Vanadrot with Earth Gems. Great Sword of Sharpness. Yeah. 3 Great Swords of Sharpness. These guys presumably gonna get regen and enlarge.
So
do a host of
there's
earth buffs.
nothing that gives poison resistance there to Vanheim, right?
Do they have it in their bless?
I think they do actually.
I think they do. Well, let's let it. We'll let
We just I never remember the blesses there.
it. The blesses are hard to remember.
So did he
No,
cast
they
multiple? They don't. Okay. I was assuming he didn't because
Right, because otherwise
otherwise
why would
why
you
he
bother?
brought
That's
that.
fair. I see regen
Oh my,
going out. Iron Skin.
I love how much bigger the Melqarts look when they're enlarged.
Yes.
Who do you think's going to win this?
Um, Astral Shield.
I think Vanheim is guaranteed to take a lot of losses.
I think he's going to take a lot of losses. Protection 30.
I don't think he's trying to
23,
protection
25.
tank kind of against these Vanheres though, and I'm not
I don't think that's going to
sure
work.
about that.
I think that Vanheim is going to win. But we'll see.
That's a big statement from the resident Hinnom lover.
Well, I didn't test it myself. I want Hinnom to win. I'm just worried that this is
Astral Shield could be very good though.
It could be. These guys have 14 MR. Alright. We'll let them keep going. Legions of Steel. There they go. I'm not
Well,
sure why
got all
this
the
guy's
buffs
in
off,
front.
so we didn't have anyone just pass flight and go straight at them to try and disrupt.
Right, we did not.
Which I don't think would have been the correct decision, but...
No. Ghost Wolves, okay. So now, these guys must be
So
waiting
I'm not
to
loving
go in.
this one Melqart running
Right.
out in front of all the
I
others.
think he's going to get chopped up.
I definitely think he is. And that's really
Yeah,
bad.
he's lost
He's the one you
half
want
his
there
health.
for a very long time.
And he doesn't have any regen.
So, yeah.
I think he is going to die. Here come
Oh,
the
that's
great
a lot
swords
of
of
damage on one of
sharpness.
those Melqarts.
These guys have regen though. There goes the one in front. There goes the middle one.
Yeah. They're not all together. They're
Nope.
kind of like isolated.
Yeah.
I think this is going to look quite clean actually from Vanheim when we see this at the end.
It does. This guy's picking off a good number of How are we
He's
at?
fighting wolves at the
40.
minute,
Well, now he's 40. This guy's up at 89 HP. I mean, this guy's taking small. He is taking hits. There's a great sort of sharpness dude in here though. Ooh.
Yeah, I think it's
22. Now this guy's is he great sort of sharpness? I can't freaking click on him. Yeah, one of his great sort of sharpness guys trapped behind.
He's going to die. It's considered. Those wolves are coming in really clutch actually for Vanheim.
They are. They're absorbing a lot of stuff. There goes.
Yeah, that
there goes the.
Phantasmal.
Okay, that one died. But the dude ran off. Ooh, now this guy's in range. Is he out of? No,
Yeah,
he's routed.
He's broken as well. Yeah, it's.
Ooh, 22. Yeah, there he goes.
Well, I think Hinnom's dead.
That was really bad. He did kill a lot of Vanheres. Let's.
He has over half that army left.
Oh yeah, I mean I don't think.
I don't think he has anything that can stop that. So. Yeah.
So, do we think that this is like he intended to put this guy up here?
No, I think the other people are all moving in from one province. This guy's moving in for another one.
Somewhere else, and he just got.
Maybe he did. Maybe he thought running in with the double snakeskin first was a good idea.
Well, so
then I think you want them maybe further apart from each other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So by the end,
I'm not sure.
This guy is not enlarged and does not have regen. This guy is enlarged with regen. Enlarged with regen.
Yeah, I think he got it. I think he got it on all of those.
Yeah, he got it all in the back, but not this guy. And I wonder if you could have these guys. I'm trying to think of like if you could have them do some kind of super low fatigue spell, or just give them the hold command, just to try and keep them together. Because I feel like if these guys were all together, I think that they would have done much better, especially if this guy was also enlarged and with them.
Yeah, I think having the astral shield would have been really useful with those.
Because the
guys.
Yeah, the astral shield did a lot. Like we saw a decent number of these guys get paralyzed out. Like I'm not saying that it is definitely the case, but if these guys all stuck together in a line,
I think maybe not
won.
having them in a line actually. Maybe if you have them like in a box.
Okay, sure.
I think maybe that could have been better.
Line
I'm
box.
not sure. I'm not sure he would have won even.
I'm not sure, but
Then
I
though,
think
but...
that he could have.
Well, it's tough though because all the Vanheres they're not going to flee.
No, they're not.
So I think that makes it a lot harder.
But a decent portion of the damage that two of them took was from the Great Sword of Sharpness guys who can flee.
Yes.
And will flee eventually because the Melqarts have fear.
I think with some small changes, maybe if you just had one more mage buffing that other Melqart
Yeah.
as well. I don't think it was far off working. If the Melqarts live for a little bit longer, I mean, I think those wolves, that could have been another maybe 4, 6
Maybe.
Vanheres well dying.
Maybe. I don't think the wolves changed it though. I think that they ablated.
I don't think they did,
bosses,
but I think like with some small changes, maybe a bit more stuff, maybe with having them in a box, maybe not having that one guy run out in front.
Yeah.
I think because also like they had regen, the Melqarts weren't really gonna take much damage from poison.
No.
So I think having them all together would have been better. He maybe could have won this.
I wonder too. So he's got the Mangosh and the Sword of Sharpness.
Yeah. I mean, maybe even having like the shaman there, just animating skeletons to distract.
Maybe, yeah.
Because the two thugs went like back on the one Melqart. Maybe if they were fighting, doing their like great sword on a like a skeleton or something, maybe even that could have changed it a little bit. I don't think any of these things individually would have like swung it, but
no, and it may not
maybe
have.
combined.
I'm just speculating.
Yeah, and on Vanheim's side, I don't think there's much more scope for him to do this
more cleanly. No,
much better. So
I think his only other option, and I don't know if it was better or worse, would be if he could have tried like the turn 1 flight.
Yeah, I don't think that would have been better. I just think
I don't think it would have either. Okay, well, tough for him.
And
very tough.
The reason I said that I think he's dead is because we saw him lose all those troops.
We did
in the last episode.
So now he's lost the troops. He's lost the Melqarts. And is this his fort being stormed? Yes, that was his fort. His fort got stormed by just the two the two thugs.
Oh my god, one of them's injured as well.
Oh yeah. Oh, and they're not. He didn't even go right in. He made a thing.
Maybe even like if these guys were there and they attacked rear or something, maybe they killed one of the commanders. I don't know. Like,
maybe. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's easy to speculate.
Yeah, I don't think. Really, what I mean is, I think there's maybe a couple of changes, and I think he could have won that. I don't think it was as far off as Vanheim had half his stuff left, so he needed double the stuff to kill that. I think the margins were closer.
Yeah, I think. Well, especially if you've got regening guys. Yeah. Now he has gotten back up to 160 troops in the capital, but he's under siege over here. He lost this fort. This area is getting cut off.
2.5 forts, and one of them is like can't really defend it that much.
Yeah. I mean,
apart from he does have that one hero Melqart there, so
yes,
maybe he has something to say about that. But
that Melqart's gonna get in there. The other question, yeah, I wonder if you could have. So he had a lot of Melqarts, right? So they create a lot of extra surface area. Like I wonder if having just like one and who had like a couple extra buffs.
No, because the more you have, the less surface area you have per HP.
Per troop, but if they get totally surrounded anyways, which they...
no, so this is in the assumption they have them in like a box.
No, but
I think having them in a line is
yeah.
Here.
No, what I was checking was whether or not they got fully surrounded, because if you're going to get fully surrounded anyway, then it might have been that you could try and do even more buffs on one Melqart. And
I'm not sure. He doesn't have great research. I'm not sure
he doesn't have great research.
Those would be, and I don't think you're killing all those vans.
No. I wonder if there was somebody with a fire shield they could have traded with. Like a charcoal shield, but that's probably too high research too.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's really going to do much either because the Vans when they're berserk have got 21 protection or something.
Yeah.
So that's not going to do much damage.
I don't know. It's interesting. But I think that they're in real trouble.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of long deads. They can still make people pay. The real question, I think, is what do you do with that one hero Melqart in the north?
He's gonna.
The sensible thing is, to bring it back. Help defend your core lands. But do you just go on Agartha and
You need to
and
give
be
him a
like,
gatekeeper.
your unrest is lower than 100. This can't be allowed to continue. Do you run at TNN and be like, I'm going to make sure you die before me, or like try and make that happen?
Yeah, the Melqarts here. A lot of great options. The hard part of running at somebody when you're using the buff and retreat strategy is your mage falls behind.
I don't think he ever retreats again. I think he.
Well, then you're only going to get regen once. Yeah.
He should.
If he could have had.
He should go and take that throne just so he can say he got it.
Yeah, if he could have had construction 4, then he could have put rings of regen on 2, and then cast and the ring. I think stack.
They do, yeah.
And so that would
be. Could have.
Especially
I think actually if he had that, now that is a lot of gems, and I don't know if he could have had 4, but yeah.
I mean,
I think if he did that, I think he would win.
Yeah, I don't know that you even need. If you got your big hero, right, who has 160 HP, put 20% regen.
Well, that guy wasn't in the fight, though.
I know he's not in the fight, but let's get engaged. Let's get involved.
I mean, he's called the hero Melqart for a reason.
Yeah. He's this guy. I love the Kalian Prophet here, with 83 kills.
I love that he's still alive as well.
Yeah,
he's like the original one. My original prophets, I don't kill them enough.
I have done that too. But like that guy,
I also love that the War Shamblers, the Shipwreckers leader, is still there as well.
Oh, is he? I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, there.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if you could trade to somebody who doesn't want Van to win for like a full kit for this Melqart. I think that 160 HP Melqart with proper buffing support could kill just about anything.
35. I mean, I definitely
without tons of mage support.
I also think he has a great candidate for who that person would be, and that is Caleb.
Yeah. I don't know if Ken can make all the right stuff, but
beautiful segue to moving on.
Yeah, we definitely need to.
Okay, but we can come back to that if you want to.
No, we're good. Okay, we got an Ulm fighting into K. Ooh. I looked bigger than I thought. There's just a lot of different troop types. It really did.
It's a lot of different types.
Does that make it the Ulmish army of garbage?
I knew that was coming. I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
There's a lot of mages. And I think this is just like, I don't know if it's just P. No,
this looks like what ran away from that.
Yeah.
Battle.
It's doing surprisingly well.
Oh, it's doing surprisingly well against its own bears.
There go the bears. I can't believe these birds are hanging out. There they go.
You don't normally see like birds
that
long in a protracted melee.
Yeah, usually they would.
Goblins could learn a thing or two from these Kalians.
Yeah. The is this a hero?
Yes.
Yes, but it may have survived.
I think it probably did.
Yeah, Ulm lost 13 dudes and a Mound King. Killed 7. Okay. Yeah, Ulm's just rolling out.
This is just everything just ran away from his cap. I think there was 2 provinces he could run into, and
he just moving out with them.
But he's raiding. He's doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it.
This is a big commitment. I assume this is a fort.
I assume it is.
Yep, that's the North Fort. It is not popped.
No, not with 170. Even Kalen can't do that.
And some Axe Warriors die. Ooh, we got 10 fire gems.
Let's go.
Let's go. So Olm's looking a lot like Caleb. Caleb's got
I'm
some.
kind of surprised he went for that fort instead of the far one to try and stop anyone else getting the stuff. Also, that's the only fort that can.
There's no more fort here.
Ah, well, that's that's the vibe we're getting.
Wow,
That's a vibe check on Orm right there.
It is. I have never seen one game with so much self-destruction. Agartha pillages his cap. Olm just knocked down a fort. There was a fort here, right? I'm not crazy.
Oh, I was so tempted to gaslight you there, actually. No, there was one there.
I mean, I feel like I don't see that a lot.
I've never seen someone demolish a non-cap fort.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people demolish the cap when they get raided, but rushed. But
that is
that's
okay.
a new one on me.
That's
Maybe
tremendous.
can we check the events just to see if there was an event?
An event that destroys a fort?
I don't think there is one, but I just want
There's a plague.
Well,
But no,
a plague of the mind.
Yeah, no fort destroying. I don't think there's a fort destroying event. Outside
I didn't
of,
think there was, but I didn't want to like. If there was, I'd really want that to be known.
it's true that would be fair. I think that like Hellenica has some fort destroying spells. As the EA rule, yay. You just drop meteors on people.
He's actually raided into Caleb.
He has. He's trying. I mean, yeah, if you're willing to destroy your fort, I think you're willing to deep raid.
Yeah, honestly, I think he should just send everything into stealth, and he should try and sit on Caleb's cap before he dies.
That would be pretty funny. I think your problem there, right, is if the only province you own is used for it, sieging somebody's cap, you still lose. Because I had that happen to me. Somebody.
I think that's going to happen anyway, though. So
Wow, yeah, that's true. Well, and that's that you still lose, but like you never get the fight.
He just needs to stop the recruitment of one Eagle King,
and it's worth it.
Victory.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so yeah, I think Caleb's got this one wrapped up.
Yeah, honestly, I'd like to see Caleb get all those provinces in the next couple of turns.
Yeah, I mean, I think
maybe it takes a little bit longer to siege on that fort, but I think you kind of split everything off and just make sure you get all the stuff.
Right, you don't want I don't know if Caleb what kind of scout situation he has. I don't know if he knows exactly how little Marvern he has here to try and come get these things with.
Yeah, well, he's at war with the guy, so he should have a really good scouting network of.
You would think
all the stuff.
Well, of Marverni's stuff too.
Yeah.
Because theoretically, if Marverni has more stuff here and he knows that Ulm's losing, he should just be moving in. Unless you're worried about pissing off Caleb.
He needs to move faster against Ulm to make sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Did we read all the messages? Did we cover everybody? I think we did. Pelagia. Sorry, Pelagia.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a hunch that we may.
I think he's going to take out that independent province that you love.
No! The cursed water!
He still has that indie attack on his...
He does. This has been here for a long... It's because it's bogus.
Yeah.
It's been here for a long time. I had my very first multiplayer game with you in it as Hannah bogus landed on one of my 3 forts on turn 20.
I mean, free gear. Free gear from Melqarts.
Yeah. I eventually killed him.
You should be thanking it, Will, too. I don't know what you're on about.
I was not immediately ready to deal with his nonsense. I think I had Barb's attack a different fort too.
Oh, you poor person.
I had luck 3. Luck 3.
Oh, clearly not in real life.
Yes.
To try and include Pelagia in these videos, can we have a look to see if they're building any forts anywhere? Because I assume they're trying to build loads to get their research going crazy. It appears However, that my assumption
I don't see any.
may not be true.
I mean, he may still need to get like his Dominion to get some more gold. Like he's got 1, 2, 1 under siege, 3, 4, 5 he can recruit from already. And like he has a lot of troops still on the payroll here. I mean, how do you think he gets these guys off the payroll? Because I assume you don't need them anymore.
Well, that was one of the things I thought he. Are they? They look like them. A lot of those are amphibious. I don't really know, but the ones that aren't amphibious, I mean, if you wanted them
That's
to die,
true.
you can just let them starve in a province.
Well, that's
somewhere.
I was thinking the same thing. I guess a lot of these are amphibious. That's fair.
Although you have land forts that can make you your actual like relevant land stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think we should be looking to see a big Pelagian spike in research, and we are. Look at that.
Yeah. How far ahead do you think he needs to be to actually fight someone though? Well, can he access enough thrones to win from
no
position? Does he need one more?
He needs one. You need 7. So killing one person and taking all thrones in those 2 starting areas or adjacent does not do it.
Well, I would love to see him trying to get that throne on his northeast, and they can get that water province.
Oh,
and he can just
northeast.
Northwest.
Okay.
Northwest.
I was like,
although
yes,
I mean, steel ovens would be great.
Steel ovens would be amazing. That's a little bit of a tougher sell. This one's great, especially because then you move into this lake.
Yeah, and then you also don't need to fight like anyone, so you still, if you don't mind.
Right. Who are you? So I mean,
honestly, wouldn't hate it if he just went against Durmor either.
The problem
he's off
is
doing other things.
All of his troops are over here.
They are amphibious, though, right? Even the stuff he makes on
maybe.
land.
I don't know. EA Pelagia.
Oh, you haven't watched the Perun thing, which he takes.
I might have.
Plays a meme game and then turns it super serious.
No, I don't think I have. You're right. They are amphibians.
It's fantastic. I love Perun. Shout out. He's definitely watching.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. They are amphibious, so you could march them over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say because you could also. I mean, the Hinnom stuff's gonna be hard to get with Vanheim moving in. I don't know if you're gonna want to fight Caleb. Or if you're just... It sounds like they have a nap. I think you might just be content with your Caleb nap. And yeah, you're looking at Yomi and Airmore. Maybe you could eventually fight into Vanheim.
Yeah, Caleb looks scary. The elves sounds... I just don't... it's going to be really hard for you. Your research is going to have to be pretty amazing to take on the elves, I think.
Yeah.
And Airmore is also smaller.
For now, yeah. Yes, he's a little smaller. It's tricky. I don't know how much of a research lead you need. It's also, I think, and we'll see, a better player can avoid this, right? But I think it's really easy when you're the underwater player. Just be like, you know what? I'm just going to wait another turn. I'm going to get the next research. I'm going to wait another
Especially when you're like Pelagian, you know you can kind of do this wish farm thing.
Right.
But I think that's somewhat of a trap. Because the game could just end well before you get to that stage.
Yeah, I think you need to I don't think you can rely on that you need to play the game in the mid game like it's losable.
Or that you could win it. Like you have to
Oh yeah, I mean yeah.
You can try grab those thrones.
Yes.
You do it even if you do a throne rush and it doesn't work, you're still underwater, like
Yep.
And then you can still play in the late game.
Yeah, I mean look at this spike though.
That's mainly the peace dividend I think he has from not having to fight Theridos.
Yep. But I mean, it's gonna go up fast, and Airmore's still doing great, and they moved a lot of mages out.
Yeah, I'm actually quite impressed with Satis. The number of the size they've been, the number of forts they have, that their research is actually still kind of competitive.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean their research is quite competitive. Well, It's about tied
They can do stuff.
with Van.
How does
It's
it compare with Marverni actually? Where's Marverni?
Marverni. Oh, that's TNN. Sorry. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I like.
right there with Marverni.
Yeah, and they've had many more like they've been sending their stuff out to fight people, and I think they've lost quite a few. But
Yep,
I'm surprised Satis is that close to them.
I would agree. This had an awake, but
Yeah, but that's not going to make too much of a difference at this point.
so what we said this was like 200 birds.
Yeah.
So he's making like 60 something, 50 a turn.
He's back at his rightful position as top though.
He is.
Matters.
He is. He's gonna go way up in gems. Also,
Yeah, Vanheim really high up as well.
yeah, Vanheim's got tons of gems rolling up from these thrones, I think.
Yeah, Lawmasters as well going to Kalem.
Yep, he's gonna love that.
Unless Marverni can steal that, I don't think Hinnom's in a position to.
If he knows it's Lore Masters and you know Marverni's weak and Marverni takes it, I think you just keep on rolling. You're like, all right, let's bird out. On to the next one.
Yeah, and I honestly think troop-wise, Marverni's got a pretty, apart from the boars, got a pretty similar sort of profile to Ulm. Like it's humans with not great armor. They hit fairly hard.
He has a lot of these guys with shields, though.
He does. I mean, it's kind of different, but I think it's similar.
Yeah. Anyway, we're just past 50.
It definitely dies to thunder. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. He has. Does Marverni have any air?
I don't think so.
No. Does not look like it. And they would need with Earth. You need a little bit more, right?
Yeah, I do think Marverni would be harder to beat than Ulm, though.
Oh, sure. Get farther away. I mean, it'd be more of a pain for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, so whose positions do you like?
Well, I think Kalem.
Yeah, I like Calem's a lot.
I love Kalem.
Van's is really good.
After that fight, I actually don't know if I love Kalem or Van more. Now, I think Kalem was just ahead for me, but I think Van is going to get a lot more stuff.
Yeah.
And I also think like they completely surround that throne with the steel ovens, and I think when they get that, that's going to be huge. Which I do expect them to get that.
I'm sure they'll eventually get it. Yeah.
And who's positioned 3? I don't really know. Because I was thinking TNN for quite a long time.
It's
but
not. I don't think it's TNN anymore.
I don't like them anymore. Yomi seems to just keep winning a lot of fights a minute, getting a lot of stuff and raiding. I think they're going to get in the sort of medium term. I think TNN. I'm not liking their chances.
Yeah.
And I think that Yomi is going to gain a lot more out of that than Ermor or Hinnom.
Yeah.
And I think Yomi is actually going to be quite big at that point. I quite like their position.
Yeah, Yomi's won a lot of fights to sort of still. I mean, he's raided. He's got some raiding going on, but he's sort of at original borders.
He is, but I think he's going to be on an upward trajectory.
But yeah, I think he's going up.
And I think he's also going to get forts from TNN that give him 2 commander points, and that's pretty huge.
Sure, yeah. I think if Aramor could be a little faster, I could really love his position.
Yeah, if we see Ermor raid out a lot more. But I think Yomi having that army in the north of TNN is quite big as well.
Is this... how much stuff is here again? There's 4 Onishugo. This will not stop a determined force.
I don't think... I think that
I don't even know if it's going to keep going. I wouldn't be that surprised
I think it's going to go. I think it's going to go in that fort. I think it's going to go to TNN's fort.
I think it might. I think if TNN consolidates his Tuatha, now I get that a lot of them are down here. I think they would definitely.
I think if they all consolidate on that, I think will just raise him so hard. Takes that southern fort, and Ermor marches in, and
that's true. I mean, it's a tough spot. Anyway, I don't like TNN's position anymore.
So I really don't know. I don't have a clear third, but I kind of like Yomi's. I like Yomi's tempo at the minute.
Yeah, I think Yomi's makes sense. I think I don't want to discount. I mean, this is exactly what Pelagio wanted, right? Like, if you don't think you can win from here as Pelagia, I don't think you pick Pelagia. So I have to feel a little good about Pelagia's chances. Now,
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
EA Pelagia, not known to be the greatest of nations, so...
No, and that's the only reason that's stopping me. If this was like MA Relay, I'd
It'd be
all over that.
a different feel. Okay, well, I think we'll go ahead and wrap up here. Then any final thoughts?
I think the last few turns have been really exciting. I think the action's really interesting, and I think it's going to continue. And I think that's great.
Yes, a lot of great stuff. I'm really excited to see Caleb finish this and see what they go do next. See if they keep the tempo up. I'd like to see if Pelagia sort of rolls out quickly or if they're gonna hibernate a little bit. And then obviously there's just chaos.
I think they're gonna hibernate.
I think they may hibernate as well, but I'd like to see some stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Have a great day.
Peace.